So full disclosure, I don't have exactly 50,000 miles on these tires. I'm hovering around 48. So I don't want the thumbnail to be misleading, but if I put another 2,000 on, it would only get worse. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Varsity Overland channel, and in today's video I am going to do a very quick, very kind of like fast and loose version of my tire review for the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrac tires that came stock on my Chevy Colorado ZR2. Now, like I said in the intro, these tires do have almost 50,000 miles on them. They're hovering around 48 right now. But I am getting new tires actually in about 3 days, and I thought to myself, wow, I need to do a tire review of the ones that I've had for the past 3 years before I throw the new tires on. So here we are. So I am currently sitting on the floor of my garage. Just literally got home from work, and I kind of realized I need to put this video together. So these are the Goodyear Wrangler Duratracs that came stock on the truck. They are considered, quote, 31s. You know, I think the actual measurement's like 30.5 or 30.6 or something like that. They're 265, 65 R17s. They are from the 2021 Chevy Colorado ZR2. So these tires are not the tires that you would get on the brand new ZR2s that are coming out for 2023 and 2024, because those are like 33-inch tires, you know. So these are considered 31s, 265, 65s. And I don't know, I kind of feel like there are people that have had really good experiences with this tire. And I'd say up until about a year ago, I had good experiences with this tire. Enough so to actually even put them on the Roadrunner, my wife's 2023 4Runner. They are the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrac. So I thought I had a good experience with these tires. But it turns out that these tires, in my opinion, they have a really good half-life. So they have like a really good first half of their life, of their use. And then the second half is like, it just goes downhill real quick. So I'll explain what I mean by that. So in my opinion, the first probably 30,000 miles, 35,000 miles or so with these tires were phenomenal. They took us across the country in 2021. We put about 8,000 miles on this vehicle almost immediately. We only owned it for like 4 months before we took it cross country. We went from Connecticut to California, up the coast into Oregon and Washington, and then came all the way back. So that was about an 8K trip. The tires were amazing, on-road, off-road, no issues, no complaints at all. And then a year went by where I did a lot more of like local trips, just tried to stay in the Northeast, tried to stay in New England, a lot of New York, Vermont, Maine, like that kind of a thing. Still no issues. But over the most recent year, transitioning from the end of 23 into 24, I started to notice a lot more, I guess you could say, qualities about the tire that I didn't like, things that I noticed start to happen as the tire just basically like got old. We had a few traction issues during our trip this past summer to Colorado. And then we were also noticing a lot more like tire vibration just occurring when we were driving at speed, somewhere around like 65, 70, 75 miles per hour on the highway, which didn't happen when the tire was younger. Now, I know a lot of these things might happen to, you know, any tire when it starts to break down over time and get old. But I've heard other people talk about various brands of tire that don't experience this when they're approaching 50K. So what I'm referring to is, number one, the noise. These tires get so loud at any speed. It doesn't matter. Highway, back roads, you know, other than crawling over some rocks and some dirt trails in the woods. Other than that, these tires are so loud and it just gets so annoying. And I couldn't tell you when exactly it started to happen. One day I was driving the truck and I was just like, holy cow, like I can't even hear myself think right now. When did this start happening? So they break down and they get so loud. I know most you know, rugged tires, mud terrains especially, and then some more rugged all-terrains like these, they might break down and get loud over time. So I understand that. But you know, that's a gripe that I have that I've heard other people mention doesn't really happen with tires that they've experienced. Maybe we're talking about people say like Nittos have good road noise. General Tire has good road noise. At least these are reviews I'm reading online. And another item that I want to mention about these tires kind of breaking down over time is the traction that they have. I've noticed that these tires are slipping, you know, a heck of a lot more than I am comfortable with. And it's not just in wintry, wet or snowy conditions. They've been slipping on what I would consider, you know, dry, perfect road. I've noticed them slip just kind of getting up to speed, going uphill. They've slipped off of rocks in the woods. I'm just, you know, it's starting to get to that point where I'm like, should I be concerned? Should I, like, is this happening a little bit too much? Could this cause a problem? Just this morning, I was at a red light and my tire spun. And I was like, why? Where did that come from? So, you know, just little situations here and there. They're losing traction. It's got me a little freaked out. I'm in the middle of winter. I live in New England. There's always going to be snow. There's always going to be slushy conditions on the road. And, you know, that's half of the reason why I'm choosing to switch over my tires like right now in the middle of winter. So hopefully, you know, that traction won't be an issue once I have my new tires. The last thing I'm noticing about the tires is just like the tread pattern and the wear that you can see in the tire. There's a lot of cracking that's happening, a lot of stress points that you can see on the side of the tire. Also, the tread itself is just like significantly lower than it used to be. I know that 50K is, you know, you're gonna see it on the tire. I'm really trying not to be too nitpicky, but I've seen close to 50K on some of my friends' tires, you know, some of my buddies that have like Coopers or Kumos, and they just look better than these tires. It's kind of hard to tell. I wish it wasn't the middle of winter right now and my tires weren't disgusting, but I do have them rotated as often as they should be. You know, every time I get a service, they get rotated. The only time I didn't have them rotated was essentially this last time, which was like three weeks ago, my last service. I didn't bother doing it just because I'm getting new tires in a few days. So with that in mind, check out my next video because I will be getting new tires. Maybe you can comment down below and guess what are my tires gonna be. And if you follow me on Instagram, you have probably already seen all of those posts by now because I do have the new tires. I actually also have new wheels. And I've been a little obsessed with them. I've been posting them even though they're not even on the truck yet. So if you do follow me on Instagram, you already know what I'm getting. If you don't follow me on Instagram, take a guess, comment down below. What tires am I getting? What wheels am I getting? I'm also actually going to throw in just a little piece of suspension, just enough to make me feel like I'm gaining some height on the vehicle. I am going up a little bit in size. I'm not going anything crazy. You know, I still like to factor in the weight of the tire. I need to factor in fuel economy. I don't want to go too tall because I gotta get into the garage, all that kind of stuff. So if you don't know, play that game, comment down below and tell me what you think I'm getting. Otherwise, check out my video for next week. It'll be all about the installation. Going over to Northeast ORV in Portland, Connecticut. They're gonna put the tires and the wheels on. They're gonna do the suspension. I'm gonna film the whole thing. We'll put a video together and I'll show it to you guys. So you can check out that video. You can also head on over to my Instagram. Maybe give me a follow there. Shameless plug, insert here. Follow me on Instagram for all the behind the scenes stuff. You'll already know what the wheels and tires are. You will also probably see some upcoming plans that I have for the build there on the Instagram account and some of my future plans. So this was a really quick video, trying to throw it together in the garage. I have no idea what the acoustics are like in here. I'm praying that I am not echoey like crazy. Who knows, I probably will be. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys sticking around watching this video. This is video number 26. 26 weeks in a row that I've thrown a video on YouTube. Some of them are pretty quick, maybe 10 minutes. Some of them are a little bit longer, like my hour-long Colorado expedition video. Hint, hint, wink, wink. You can watch that, maybe, possibly. It's got over 4,000 views, so I guess it's doing well. So yeah, anyway, thank you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.